What's a road runner car?
Fast, beefed up.
You don't know what a road runner car is?
I don't.
I don't either. Okay.
Is a beefed up car?
Plymouth.
A Plymouth.
Plymouth.
Oh,
Plymouth.
I'll have to look that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
How long did you have it? 5 years. What color was it?
Yeah.
Red, of course.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Look at
That's good. I got you. There you go. That's good. Mike Harrington and his wife. His wife brought the flowers yesterday. What's her name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah. Mike was out of town. He comes almost every day. And Sandy, I guess came twice. And then who else was it that came last week?
To what?
Who else was it that came last week from No Trees?
Jimmy Burke.
Jimmy Burks. Yeah. Yeah, so he came. Just making a little video for you. He likes videos. He can, he moves his left arm real good, and he can watch movies and read books, and that's him on his right. Yeah.
And I've overused my right so bad that I love got arthritis in my head so bad.
Yeah.
It's just a heck to get old.
It is. I'm not where y'all are, and I'm already tired.
Long COVID though really takes a toll.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it knocked me down.
You got it early on.
No, because I worked here at the hospital, and I was around patient after patient after patient. This whole floor was full of patients that are on respirators, and we had another one just like it. Anyway, I was so protective because I didn't want to take it to Dawn and Mom, so I used all the PPE, and I didn't go around very much, and if I did, I had a mask. And I think it was after, I think it was 2 years when I got it. And
Delta strain.
yeah, and then it threw me on my butt, and I'm not the same still. It's been almost 3 years, January.
I've had 5 of the shots so far. I haven't had one this year.
Yeah.
But I caught it in February this year was my first time to get it.
Oh, goodness.
You know, and it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It diluted.
Yeah. Down somewhat. But that was my first time to have it. But
yeah,
my son was working at the ER in the ER at UNC in Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it was August of 21. He had come up to take me for a colonoscopy. Then on his way home, he starts, you know. By the time he got home, he was sick, and he tried to isolate. But Mara ran out and hugged him, you know, and she was less than 2.
Yeah.
You know, and then everybody ran up with it.
Yeah, it spread so fast. Maybe it's only 1 year. I'm losing track. I had brain fog so bad.
I still have a
I do too.
Just, I mean, from my weekends COVID, I still get brain fog. So.
Well, I went to a long COVID specialist, a doctor.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, and he did all these tests, and he's like, "So how do you think you did?" And I said, "Sir, I know that it looks good, that I did good on that test." I said, "But I promise you, I am not good." And he was like, "So you think you did good?" And I said, "Yes, sir. Yeah, but I promise you, I have problems." And he was like, "Honey, you failed miserably." And I was like, "What? I thought I did good." And he said, "No, my memory and my time response and my cognition was just," he put me on all kinds of medicine. Anyway, I'm better. Getting old is hard. Getting sick is hard too.
Yeah.
I worked until I was 80.
Yeah?
And I fell over a box at work that somebody left sticking out from under the counter and messed up my rotor cuff.
Oh, goodness.
And they didn't know how in workman's comp to handle an 80-year-old patient, and she
All
got a
they
real
could do
bad
was
doctor.
laugh at me because I was older than them and shouldn't have been working.
Working anyway? Oh, my goodness. What kind of work did you do? Okay. Yeah. Where did you work at?
When I fell, I worked at Jared in Midland.
Hmm.
I worked about every jewelry store I worked at. What was it? Jewelry.
Samuels?
Huh?
Samuels?
Yeah, I worked at Samuels in the bar.
That's nice.
I worked at Arnett when I sold them their.
When you sold them the wedding rings? Okay, okay.
That's where I started. Took it as a second job with the kids.
Wow.
I was teaching school.
Yeah. She sold you your wedding rings?
Huh?
She sold you your wedding rings?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, a lot younger than him.
Yeah, I did.
What year was that that you and Mom got married? What year was it?
A long time ago.
81.
81? I couldn't remember if it was 81 or 80.
So that's 43 years.
43 years. Wow.
We went over to y'all's house and saw Dottie. It's been 7 years ago.
Goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can't believe my baby's 61.
Mine's 33.
My son's 33. Yep. Dawn and Mom got married when I was 11. I'm 54 now. Long time.
That's deep.
And he has a just barely 6-year-old and an almost 3-year-old.
So your grandbaby's 6 and 3?
And they live a mile down the road, so it's not.
And the doctor's coming in. Tony and I went out. My boyfriend and I are buying some land, or bought some land, but we're renovating the house, so we hadn't got to move in yet. Tony and I were kind of stressed.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we went out to his house last night and made a little fire and roasted marshmallows. And he was talking about camping trips and stuff. And I told him how we used to go out camping on Daisy B's land in the middle. And the raccoon eyes used to always scare me in the trees.
At Dudley?
At Dudley, yeah. We used to go to Dudley.
Well,
And
that was fun.
yeah, and Don would take us out in the middle of the forest and tell us ghost stories and scare us to death.
Did you get poison oak?
No, we knew where the poison oak was in the middle of those trees at the front of the house, and we stayed away from there. But we sure did go down, walking all around there, around the creek, and I couldn't remember where that rope swing came from. And he told me Stan put it up there.
The what?
The rope swing. They had a rope swing over the creek.
No.
Yeah. And he told me that house they lived in Dudley
Moved.
moved from no trees.
I remember when they did that.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I didn't know that. That was a neat little house.
Yeah.
And he made the stove.
Yeah. You told me that you made that stove. She remembered that you made that stove for the house.
Yeah.
Well, it's big enough.
Yeah, it was big.
He did the whole house.
It did. I used to do jigsaw puzzles at that table where they had a little card table right there by that stove. And then I remember my brother Sonny, he was young, and he was always complaining because there wasn't enough TV stations. They only had like
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 TV stations.
I grew up in El Dorado.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in Eden, and then we moved to my grandfather's place in El Dorado when I was
Yeah.
And I graduated from Vallarta. I met my husband at college. He was teaching my chemistry lab class. I went to summer school. And he was 1 year, 1 week, 1 month, and 1 day older than me.
Oh my goodness.
And he was already a senior, and here I was just out of high school. My birthday's in October.
I think Dad was the last year. It was just 11 years to go to school. He didn't
Oh.
have 12.
You didn't have
And
12.
my mom had to go 12.
Oh.
And I had to
Years
be,
different,
I
and
was
it was 2 years.
37 when I got to start.
And he was an August baby, and she was an October baby.
Right.
And so that made a difference too.
Yeah. I think my mom is 8 months older than Dawn. She's November and he's July. I'm so impressed with your knitting.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what I do to relax.
It's great. It's very cool. I can crochet a scarf. That's about it. I tried a blanket and it was all crooked.
I can't do either.
Yeah, oh, my mom's fingers fly on crocheting. You're used to. You can't do either one?
I
No.
learned how to crochet when I was 7.
Yeah.
And then learned how to knit in 2009.
Oh, wow.
So,
Of course, it wasn't diagnosed back then, but I had ADHD all my life, and bounced off the wall.
Couldn't sit still long enough to crochet.
Yeah, no.
My mom taught me, and my stitches were always too tight, and I wanted them too perfect. And but her fingers just flew. She could make things so fast.
But she taught me how to sew, and I could sew. I used to could go look at a garment at a store and go home and make
That's
it.
awesome.
I majored in home ec when I was in college at Abilene Christian.
the first time.
Yeah, well, all the time I was at Abilene Christian.
So the first time you went to college. And
Yeah, then
Yeah.
I went back to college and got my degree in geology.
Oh my goodness.
And biology.
Did you do anything with the geology degree?
Taught.
You taught it?
I taught an extra when it was a high school before they made it
A
into
junior high? Yeah.
My husband taught at Odessa High for
Long time.
a long
from 68 to 91.
I think I'm a good teacher, but I don't like standing up in front of people. I'm better one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I taught I don't think I was clinical instructor, but I helped train new x-ray techs. And I did fine until they started asking me to do classes. And I taught one class, and oh my goodness, I was scared to death. And I taught these people every day for 2 years. And then they asked me to teach 1 3-week class, and I thought I was going to die. So it's impressive if you can teach and stand in front of people and talk.
See, we did clinicals one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's better for me. Well, Dawn taught me how to do a bunch of stuff. I was telling them, you taught me how to do a bunch of stuff growing up.
I tried.
You
time.
did.
You tried.
You doing good. Lots of practical things to do yourself instead of hiring to have it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I still don't know anything about electronics or technical. My son does all that, but I sure can't. You okay?
Yeah, better.
Better? Good.
Did they already give him the medicine?
Well, anytime they do anything, it's a process of putting it in the computer, getting it
Waiting for pharmacy to
to send it, and then they can come. Yeah,
It's fast.
yeah,
Unless it needs to.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, ER
I heard
not long
it.
ago, so that might slow things down
It always does.
on a Sunday.
Did y'all live in No Trees at the same time?
No, we never lived in no tree.
Oh, you didn't?
Dad was in the Navy, and I think while they were living in No Trees, Mom and Dad were in Japan, and then
Oh,
Abilene
wow.
in Odessa.
But they lived in town over by Sherwood Shopping Center.
Yeah.
That's
We were already here when they moved there, but we
Right.
must have been in No Trees when we first moved here,
yeah.
because I can remember I was 6. But I can
Yeah.
remember
I
that.
said on this thing, you probably didn't see it. I don't think you probably did either. About Tumbleweed Smith. He went to No Trees to school.
Yeah. Mom actually saw that, and we read it to Don,
Oh,
that article, and he recognized some of the names.
yeah. I of course didn't, but it always interested me because I know they lived there.
Yeah.
I drove from Abilene to No Trees when they lived there, and it would seem like it took 100 years.
Well, the speed limit was 60 back then, or 65.
And the roads weren't as good.
Are you hurting?
Oh, man.
Does
Okay.
does he want his head back down some?
Did you want to lay down?
No, no.
You're okay. When he hurts, he likes to lay back. When he's not hurting, he really wants to sit up and be awake and do stuff. Usually, if he's not talking, he's on. Oh, they got the closed caption on the TV. That's good. The TV's kind of small, though, for him to see.
Yeah, okay.
He reads the captions, but that's kind of far away. But he's got everything on his phone and tablets and stuff. He still reads a lot.
I tried to talk to him.
Yeah. My grandma said the worst part about losing her vision was not being able to read.
Yeah.
Mine's losing my brain.
Your brain?
I can read something and it's gone before
Just
I get
forget
through
it.
the page.
Yeah, I don't remember the paragraph you left off on.
And I don't know whether it's important or not important. And my son just sort of leaves it up to me to figure it out. And you know, I can't do it anymore.
Well, we need help.
Things are just not the same.
Yep.
My oldest sister died, I think, when she was 93. And my next sister died when she was 88. There were 5 of us. My brother was 2 weeks short of being 90 when he died.
Everybody lived a long time. I know it don't seem like long enough, but that's a long life.
Yeah, it really is. And I'll be 89 Wednesday.
Yeah.
My younger sister is in a nursing home in Katie, and I don't know.
She's still there.
She's had brain surgery. She had a brain tumor.
Oh, goodness.
And it's kind of affected everything.
Yeah. It's hard to come back from that, I'm sure.
Yeah, at that age, yeah.
Everybody on my mom's side of the family lives pretty long lives, and on my dad's side of the family, my other dad, they didn't have long lives at all. My dad died when he was my age, 54. My cousin died when he was 34. But some of my aunts and grandmas live longer.
They wouldn't live until he was 90 because everybody else had died.
It's your digoxin that they wanted to start you on. So I'm going to give you 1 IV now. I think there's another IV in 6 hours. And then tomorrow they'll give it to you as a pill.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks. Don's allergic to bees. You're allergic to bees?
I may be.
You ever weed in the car? every weed in the county.
Every weed in the county, yeah.
Yeah.
He had bad allergies. Yesterday, his eye was all swollen. I think it's because they cut all the grass at the rehab hospital and did a lot of yard work and stuff. Even though he didn't go outside, I think
Yeah.
it got him.
My eyes swell up like that.
Yeah. There's so many goat head stickers everywhere.
Aren't they though?
Yeah, big, pretty yellow flowers all over the place.
One
But
of
my
neighbors
goodness, they're
yard is
horrible.
just covered with them.
Yeah.
They're young people, and my daughter-in-law says, I don't think she realizes what those are.
Yeah. And they get big old stickers. We've been pulling them because we don't like them getting in the dog's feet. But I've noticed they're everywhere, even in town and the medians and stuff.
Yeah.
They've exploded. No fire. Oh my goodness. That's what we've been fighting. Stickers and ants.
We got those big red ants
Mm-hmm.
that don't really hurt you unless
They don't do
get
much.
Caught between your foot and your sandal.
Right? Or up your pants.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We went and camped out at Polydor Canyon a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
My daughter-in-law teaches online at high school with Texas Tech's K-12 program, and she had to go to Tech for a couple of days. And so while she was at Tech, my son took the grandkids camping, and I went and camped with them. And big red ants, and one got between the Chaco and the foot of the
Oh my
2-year-old,
goodness.
and oh, he was not happy.
I
And then
imagine
we were
not.
hiking, and somehow one got in David's pants.
Yeah.
And he kept going, and he's like, I'm about to do something. He got in his pocket, his pocket was mashed, and it got hung up, and it was just stinging him, and he had a thing about this big where it had just
Oh
stung,
my.
stung,
Yeah,
stung.
because they don't just sting once; they keep going. Yep.
It was bad.
The last time, and my aunt Tammy is the same way. When we get ants in our pants or shirt, the clothes are coming off. I don't
Yeah.
care where I'm at; they're coming off.
We saw a rattlesnake at that, like, they have these little balance bikes, they
Yeah.
don't have pedals, but they just walk them. They can really move on those things. And we were zipping along trying to keep up with them, and then David's like, stop! And this rattlesnake was stretched across the trail.
Just going his way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do you get out much, Nell? No.
Hardly at all.
You,
To go to the doctors about the only time I get out.
Yeah.
you get time more like
More than you do.
Yeah.
Well, I made steps and rails and stuff, but he doesn't get out much either.
I mean, most women are not colorblind, they're carriers.
Right.
But they had like 6 boys, and every one of them was colorblind.
Really? Was it bad or just certain
It's
shades?
red, green.
Yeah, I'm blue green.
Okay.
I don't think mine's as bad as it could be, but
This one's carried on the X chromosome.
okay.
And
So it's a little hard. It's worse.
It's recessive.
Just 1 unit of
But
insulin,
boys
okay?
only have one
You were
X
just a tad
chromosome,
high,
so
183.
It expresses itself with boys.
Right.
And so I have it, passed it to my son, so he's red, green, colorblind.
Right. Yeah, I had a heck of a time picking out a green color for my bedroom. I wanted it to be like a pretty mossy green, and I went through, I think, 7 different colors before I found one that wasn't obnoxious. Hi,
Hi.
how are
So
you?
this is Charlie, and
Hello, how are y'all? I'm
Hi,
sorry,
Donnie.
I'm making videos.
hey,
68.
What's a Roadrunner car?
how we are. Fast, beefed up,
You don't know what a road
Well,
car is?
I don't.
we don't need it.
Is a
Okay.
beefed up car
blood,
a Plymouth?
Plymouth. What is a
Oh,
Plymouth?
I'll have to look that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
How long did you have it?
A long time.
5 years? What color was it?
yeah,
Red, of course. That's cool. Was the painting something he painted, or
Yeah.
you used to make paintings?
Yeah, he did all
You
kinds
did
of art.
paintings?
Stan.
Oh,
Stan
Stan.
did that painting.
Stan
You did the sculpture, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did
one of
metal sculptures. He had a
did.
bunch of.
Stan.
No, you had a.
Yeah,
Is
Stan.
that big?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
I
know. I
know
thought
what
that
you're
was
talking
you.
about.
I thought you made that.
No,
Really?
Stan did.
Wow.
Won third place.
Won third place?
See?
That thing was big.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's the Roadrunner. That was your car?
The red one is.
The red one? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
That's
nice.
it.
Why'd you get rid of it? Why'd you trade it in? Did you trade it in or sell it?
Dangerous.
Dangerous?
Thing would get him a ticket. Did you
I
get?
got where I couldn't get out of the driveway without getting a
Without getting a ticket? Had a heavy foot, did you?
That was a bad wreck they had.
You didn't have to.
No?
That
The
was
car was up powerful.
I
Oh my
remember-
goodness.
I remember he turned the corner off 42nd on that right there between the shopping center and
Yeah.
where the
Sherwood Shopping Center
yeah.
there.
and he punched it. He must have left stripes down the road for about 25, 30 yards.
He's
Just figured-
saying that you turned on the street and punched it and you left stripes on the road for like 20 feet,
20 yards,
20 yards.
Yeah.
probably 60 feet.
I can't see you doing something like that. I remember that old Ford. Was it that old pickup truck you had?
Oh, Chevrolet?
Yeah, I love that thing. Never could keep it running though.
No, but he had that Roadrunner, that Plymouth Roadrunner. That was a hot car.
I bet that's a pretty car. Hmm.
You had two big Holly carburetors on that, didn't you?
He asked if you had two big Holly carburetors on it. Did you have two Holly carburetors on it?
Just
No?
one?
Well,
Oh, okay. I thought you put twins on it. I know it was fast.
How much did you sell it for?
pickup?
No, the car.
I'll tell you then.
Oh, okay.
On a automobile, I mean, a Pontiac.
Pontiac. Asking if you knew Tumbleweed Smith.
I rode him a couple times.
You rode him?
Yeah. He was always coming up with Alex about the weather.
Right.
Yep.
So you took Charlie camping?
Yeah, he was a Boy Scout. Took him to Fort Davis.
Oh, Fort Davis.
Yeah, I took about 4 of them.
Buffalo Trails.
At Buffalo Trails?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a big place if you remember.
I have. My son was in Boy Scouts and he went to Buffalo Trails a lot. He was in Boy Scouts probably from 4th grade to 12th grade.
I'm gonna run up and see Sister Jeffries at
Okay.
6:19 real quick. I'll come back now.
Okay. He's going to go upstairs and see a friend. He'll be back. What was Blue Mountain?
At the mountain. Out there, no tree.
Yeah.
It comes out of the top rock. Well,
Comes out of the cap rock?
She asked if it came out of the cap rock.
It came out of the cap rock.
Okay.
It was part of the cap rock. Well, the Indian pain, it was capping. And
I remember you telling me about that. But it's private land now, right?
well, Sheriff, it was them.
It was then?
It's always been.
Okay.
Does it belong to Buster Cole?
She asked if it belonged to Buster Cole.
No, it belongs to a man named God.
When I was taking geology, when we went out there on some kind of land,
Yeah.
that was private land. God, that we went everywhere. My teacher was doing a research problem on. We went to Reynosa and counted pine trees. We went to Big Bend, counted prickly pears. They give you the random numbers. What are they called, Cindy? The numbers. And you took the last 4 digits and whether it was north, south, east, or
Oh.
west. And
Oh, the latitude and longitude coordinates?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the way you win.
Hmm.
And
That's shark's teeth from.
huh?
You have shark's teeth from where? Fossilized shark's teeth.
You got fossilized shark teeth from somewhere?
Big Bend? Davis Mountain.
David,
That's
I
awesome.
don't know.
Somewhere. She's got a bunch
I put my fossils outside and the dogs ate them.
Oh, goodness. She said she collected shark's teeth from Davis Mountains when she was in archaeology class and stuff, but she put her fossils outside and the dogs ate them. Her dogs ate her fossils.
They did. They ate them. And before I realized they were doing it, they were all gone.
Oh, my
I had
goodness.
one of those round big things.
Yeah.
I can't take.
Gazebo?
tub.
Oh, a tub. And they ate your fossils out of it? Well, my grandfather, his name was Harley Smith, and he did metal detecting. He had a metal detecting whites. Anyway, he made pioneer maps of West Texas, and he had the last gold diggers trail of all of Texas.
Oh, wow.
And he came back with all kinds of arrowheads, and he had a massive arrowhead collection.
Well, were they Alabate's Flint?
Oh, I'm not sure. I wish I knew, but
Because near in the Panhandle is Alabate's Flint quarry,
oh,
and the native people like they found them in New Mexico. These Alabate Flint heads in New Mexico and woolly mammoth bones
ooh,
kind of thing. I mean, it was like early people. This, they bartered, and so this Alabate's Flint was supposed to be really good, and it was just like all over the.
and they traded with.
We had an
the country.
explorer scout troop when the kids were in high school, and we took 50-mile hikes every summer.
50-mile hikes? Did you ever?
backpacking trips.
They used to do 50-mile backpacking trips.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I had a backpack, and mine always ended up with no clothes and just rocks.
She said her backpack always came back with the clothes she threw away because she needed room for her rocks. That sounds like me and my cousin.
And see, Mike and I were too young, so we went and stayed with Daisy B and Uncle Judge
Yeah. Yep.
out there in
Which were not
Dudley.
parents.
Yeah, in Dudley.
Yeah. We
They had just moved that house not too many years before that, and Aunt B had gotten the poison oak.
Yeah, oh, she
And I
did.
think grandmother went out and picked a bouquet of it and was just,
Oh my goodness.
it was bad.
She was talking about when they went and visited Dudley and your mom got poison oak.
And then your grandmother went out and picked a bouquet not knowing what it was and came in and had all this poison oak all over it.
Do you remember the bouquet? My mom
I
is
used
called.
to catch it every